Testing, testing. Yeah, there we go. And then for, yeah. So I think that's all we need because we already got that. Testing, testing. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, let me turn this off because it's gonna start echoing. For, yeah. So I think that's all we need because we already got that. Testing, testing. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, let me turn this off because it's gonna start echoing. For, okay, so, well, I know the sound is working pretty good. Um, man, I've been really trying to prep for this for months. I haven't even really started my show. Like, I'm trying to see what I want to do is I want to create. I don't want to just put out a bunch of videos and just start uploading a bunch of random videos, and I want an actual program that is consistent and it's simple, but it's it kind of replicates what you would see on a television program, but not quite. You get what I'm saying? In other words, adopt some components, some elements, some fundamentals, and of other successful programs, and then incorporate that in what I'm offering. But let me try to get. What I really want to do is add some cameras to. Okay, these are webcams. Let's go here and add video capture device. Oh, first. So it's the IV. And here we go. Let's see here. Why did I do that? That's display capture, that's window capture. Video capture. Okay, let's just try this again. Add existing source, which is this one, or add a new source. Call this EOS. Oh, this is not EOS. It's my bad. I'm calling it the wrong thing. But anyway, call it this. It looks like it's pretty good. I don't have to configure anything. Just say done. Okay. And that's okay. Then I want to add another one. Okay, this is called EOS. I could rename this, can I? Rename. Call this A51 and put those into webcams. And then what another thing I wanted to do is actually the transparency thing actually kind of makes everything work, where I don't have to use that cam, but I want to see if I can use that cam anyway. Just to see if I can. I'm trying to think. What's next? Oh, add another camera. Video capture. Oh, it's not video capture, it's window capture. Keep that open, but go to window capture, add source, go to live to open up the window that I want to capture. Modify that, then come back here and go to window capture, add source. Now when I come to window capture, I need to capture which window? Where is it? I don't see it. The name of the window is remote. Remote something. No, that's not it. That's it right there. I don't know why I didn't see that, but yeah, that's it. Windows graphics capture, automatic, done. Alright, what I'm gonna do is Alt, hold down on Alt. That's how I'm doing this, just in case somebody wants to know. Then I'm gonna hold down on Alt again. Hold down on Alt and drag. Oh, first hold down on Alt, then click and drag. Alt and then click and drag. Because if I drag, click first and then hold down Alt, that's what's gonna happen. Okay. Which is kind of cool too, because like, well, no, it's the same thing. The way you do it without pressing Alt, it still does the same thing. But yeah, it's just gonna scale up and down. So yeah, this is me, another version of me, or another angle of me, like right up here. It's like another image. So basically it's like I'm putting pictures on the wall. Well, this one could actually fit perfectly over here. Actually, that's the funny thing. This is the camera that's showing this, making this image. It's not showing this camera. Here we go. Now you can see that camera over there, but this time I'm gonna keep it over here. And then over here we can kind of make it a little bit bigger. And so we have the different angles. I mean, I'm just trying different stuff. And so there you go. I would like to get a better view of everything. Okay. So there we go. We could move this a little bit over here. Or maybe even right above here, just to kind of make it, let it make sense. So, um, just to kind of fill up the space on the wall, uh, my logo should be somewhere. I could add that though. Oh yeah, and the window capture is kind of really a webcam, so I'm gonna put that there. And then I like how this thing is. It's cool. I like it. I really do. This is a window capture here as well. Of course, this is going to have to be. I'm going to make this NPC. Here we go. Cool. Done. What in the world just happened here? Okay. So that goes there. This is something else? Oh no, they're the same thing. Oh. So both of them change? Yeah, pretty much. I see what's going on. I see what happens. And then, here we go. Let's just keep it that way. Really what needs to happen is I need to add a new window capture. Add source, but add new one. And then name this NPC. Right? And then this is going to be NPC. There we go. That one is going to be like a bit smaller. And then this one, we can just delete this. We don't need this. And this is just for like, oops. But like, so you can see what's going on inside. I don't know. I think that's too small. Oops. Maybe I should have just kept it over here and just had you you can see it right there. I just don't want to cover it up, the piano and everything up too much. I can cover it up a little bit, but not too much. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe in a way you kind of see what I see because of the camera. mean, how do I want to look at this? Like, you have multiple views. I mean, until I get guests and stuff like that, of course these spots are gonna fill up with other people. But I mean, right now it's just me. So me, check it out. It's me, myself, and I. You get it. Uh, I'm hungry. I just got really hungry just now. Let me eat some wings. I need water. Okay, I'm back. So I was in a real good groove, and basically I was using OBS Studio, and kept on glitching out on me. And I remember using this. I never really had that problem using this Streamlabs OBS, and it's free too. I mean, it costs a little extra money. Well, not a little. It's expensive. They want some money. They want like, I think like $30 a month, which sounds like a little bit of money, but when you have bills, other bills, that's not cheap. You know, like if it was like $3 a month, I'd be like, oh yeah, I get that, facts. But 30, it's a lot of money. I had to just for these extra themes or whatever they talking about. But I don't need all these themes. All I need is the nice free themes that it already come with. Something simple to get started with, and then it works for YouTube. That's all I need it for. It's just YouTube. I don't need it for nothing else. No extra stuff. You could get premium, pay extra money, and not saying don't get it. You know, if you got the money and you feel like, hey, it's where I'm thinking about getting a premium. I'm really considering it. But I'm like, I'm tight. My money is tight right now. I'm really trying to focus on making money, for receiving money. I'm not focused on receiving money, but just looking forward towards receiving money is what I'm saying. So I think this should be over here. Oh yeah, the studio view. Where is that? I think it's on the side somewhere. Layout editor. No. Yeah, here we go. Studio mode. How do I get out of this screen? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Studio mode. Transition. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's just like OBS Studio 7. It's a lot more high tech. sign into chat. Okay, so I'm signed in. I thought I am signed in already. Oh, the chat right there. So they say I gotta chat in this box over here. Okay. So right now, basically, it's looking good. It's looking real good. Now, I mean, I'm gonna place this video right here. This is not. Oops. Why is that like selecting? Oh, it's because it's in a folder. Okay. I mean, it's what's up. It's what's up. You got the different angles, you know. Now the shadow over here makes it harder to see. Oh yeah, I forgot the transition. There we go. How I want to put this? It's all about strategy. Okay? If you strategize, you'll be able to have the fundamentals necessary to complete your mission. And what do I mean by your mission? Your goals, the end point, your end game. What do you want? What do you want? I repeat that. You're going to hear me constantly repeating, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want a lot of money? And if you want a lot of money, how are you going to get it? Right? I think the problem is we need to stop thinking we just want what we want. Right? Start. So see, a lot of times we want the end game, but we don't want the things that's in the middle that requires us to get to what we need. In other words, there's a gap. Right? I want $1 billion, but what? Okay, how am I gonna get $1 billion? How do I obtain $1 billion? Right? And then that the crazy thing that happens in this journey of asking these questions is I end up with a total different question in the end of me in the series of me asking these questions, because it goes from me wanting to acquire $1 billion, and then it transforms into me wanting to acquire $1 billion for a company that I own. See, now these words start to mean different things as I exercise or elevate to the next level. And what do I mean by elevate to the next level? Each time, every time I invest, every time I make one step forward to for my company. Like, let's say, the next level. What does the next level? Let's say I'm doing something good, really well, consistently. The more I do it, the better I get at it, Yes, I'm leveling up in a small bracket of things, but I'm not leveling up when it comes to my company, right? My actual business or the company that I want to grow. And think about the word company. What does it really mean? You think of the word company, you think of people. You think of company, you think of having an associate, someone to accompany you on your journey, someone to accompany you on your quest, or someone to accompany you on your mission. So you don't want to do things by yourself. So the first your initial mission really should be to pay someone to do something that will make that will be beneficial towards your mission. Simple. This is common sense. I didn't read this in a book. I probably just said something that's in a book. I'm pretty sure you can read a book and find what I just said in a book, but I didn't read a book and come up with that. I just know that. How do I know that? The same way a lion knows that it's a lion. The same way a bird knows that it has wings and it needs to use those wings to fly with. The same way I know I don't have wings and there's no way I'm going to jump off anything higher than a certain amount of height thinking I could flap my arms and fly. I'm not going to do that. Matter of fact, I think I tried that when I was younger, when I was a child. Didn't work. Well, in a dream, I dreamt it before. But let's move on. You have to make decisions, right? We make decisions already. We already make some of the decisions we're already gonna make. We're already gonna make, right? No matter what somebody says to do or we should do, or even sometimes no matter what we say we do. Like this, for instance, perfect example, me smoking this. You know how many times I have it recorded on film on purpose? I recorded myself smoking, saying that I'm gonna quit on purpose just so I could see for myself and other people could see what the effects of smoking have, of marijuana have, and how it really is and how it works. How I personally do wish to not have to smoke this and pay money to roll and have to roll it up. And yes, I stated it. I honestly feel that way in my heart. But at the same time, there's something else that says, pick it up right now and smoke it. And in no way am I endorsing people to smoke. I don't want nobody smoking talking about, yeah, man, I think it's cool because my man TruZillah, he be on live smoking like, yeah. No, no. This is, to me, this is medicinal. And and it's a crutch at the same time. Medicinal, that means I'm sick, right? That means mentally I'm sick and I have to smoke this to treat some mentally sick symptom that I have, right? And I'm not gonna go into all of that, but I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to feel that way anymore. I don't want to feel crippled in that sense. I want to just do something better. What I feel is better. I feel like I'll be a better version of myself once I mastered this, or got the mastery over this. Because right now, this has the mastery over me. I'm smoking it right now. What is it doing for me? What good is it doing for me? Why? For feeling How do I feel right now? Do I feel better? No, I don't. So why do I urge? It's something that I'm something that I'm craving for. What I believe is it's the tobacco that I roll it up with, right? And then also the euphoria that comes along with it at moments. There's certain moments that I can recall where I'm like, man, I feel so good. Feel like I'm in bliss. Like I'm feels like I'm in ecstasy, right? But those moments are not as good as the real moments when you feel that way without it. Is what I'm saying. When it's authentic, when it's more organic, or more spiritual. And the more spiritual I'm becoming, the more I know that I don't need it. That's why I'm like, the more aware I'm becoming, the more I'm like, why do I smoke this stuff? Why am I smoking this? I'm still smoking. Oh, it's the nicotine. I'm craving for that. Plus it's the routine. It's the ritual. It's the tradition. It's a lot of things in it. But can I now? What do I have to do to never smoke again? What do I have to do? Right? Not smoke. Oh, when I just said that, I just felt something. A pulse just went. It was like this. It was just like a feeling. It was a sharp feeling, not strong, not like, oh, I heard it, I felt it, but it was like, felt it like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 0.2 of a feeling. Like, it was very subtle, but I noticed it. Of anxiety is how I would describe it. And I think that feeling right there is attached to a thought. Something in me, or an entity that is saying, oh, hell no, you is not about to, that just heard me and say, no, you is not about to quit. Fucks no. That's why I fucks with you, is because you smoke. If you start smoking, I can't fucks with you no more. Oh. Did I just exploit one of them? Did I just do that? Because I want to dive into the paranormal as well. Because there's no way I'm going to have a biblical talk without really talking about what's really going on in this matrix. Think about that word. Matrix. Now, think about the word make. Then think about the word create. Think about the word eight. Think about all of these words and how they all break apart, fit together, how they sound alike, and what they actually mean, right? The intent for these words. Make. And then think about the word tricks. 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 It's not very often that someone uses the word tricks as like what other form does like trick like tricking someone, right? But it's spelled with an X, but it's still pronounced tricks. And then it's matrix. So you already know you in a world surrounded by a bunch of made up tricks. Tricks. Why are they tricks? Is to trick you or trap you. Trap you? How? Why? What for? Because you have something Oh, you see that? You see the timing on that? You have something. What do you have? What is this something that you have? You have something that they either or they either and or they either and or right? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I just need to go ahead and take off that autofocus icon. All right, so when you think about it, you got a lot of tricks. Now, believe it or not, you got your own tricks. It's just most people don't know that they have the ability to make tricks. Now, I know I'm talking just out, you just seen me smoking, and then I'm vibing, right? And then I'm drinking. But there's a but. I am conscious. And when I took a pause there for a minute, like, did I just say something? Is there someone right now, right here, around me, listening, watching, lurking, attaching itself to me, especially when I am asleep, feasting, hosting upon my very soul without my awareness. Some parasite, some spiritual parasite. Could it be that in this here matrix, that what I don't see is my worst enemy? Or could it be that just as there is a host of parasites and disgusting foul spirits that seek to host upon my very soul, there is angelic, harmonic, loving, beautiful, just spirits that dwell and they bring energy, they bring comfort, they bring light, they bring life, they bring joy. The question is how to summon these angelic life forms into your life. And the next question is how to expel and to protect and shield against the parasites. How to cleanse your soul of these parasites, both physical and spiritual. How do we? Right? Number one, we must be clean. In all aspects of our lives. Beginning with the root. Because if the root is rotten, the entire plant will be rotten. The root is where it lies within our minds, within our thoughts, within our thinking process. Our thinking process, think of it as roots, right? And think of our imagination as the soil, right? Our imagination is like the soil that our roots, that our thoughts lie within, right? Anything can be extracted within this imaginary world that our thoughts dwell in, right? But it's real. It's imaginary and real at the same time. Although in the physical world it does not exist, or you cannot see what most certainly does exist. But the one who possesses this imagination most definitely knows that it exists because, well, they created it. So, or they see it as space. It's the space that's there that allows this imagination or these thoughts to have the room to move about, right? And so these thoughts, they tend to what am I trying to say? The people around that I grew up around tend to attach their thoughts, their thinking processes to a very low vibration. What do I mean to a very low vibration? What is a high? What's the difference between a low vibration and a high vibration, right? Let's just think for a second. Sound. What's the difference between a low pitch sound and the high pitch sound, right? What's the difference? Oh, we know that. You know that if I say like if I do with my voice, that's higher. That's a high pitch, not super high, but it's high, and then that's low. Low, right? Now you have this high vibration, and then you have this low vibration, and then in the middle you have this it's like it doesn't go too high and it doesn't go too low. It's very, very sensational, right? And that's the vibration I think that is what I'm seeking when I want to smoke. That's the feeling that I in search for. But the truth is, you can reach this vibration and maintain this vibration with proper thought. What do I mean proper thought? Clean thoughts. Your thoughts must be clean. What do I mean clean thoughts? What are clean thoughts? Well, what is the difference between clean, something that's clean, and something that's dirty, right? Like, okay, easy. A car, for instance. If you can relate to that, right? The you let's say you're driving, right? And then you drive down this dirt road. It's a dirty road, right? It's a road that has a lot of dirt. So what happens? The dirt gets stuck on the tires. So when you get home, you pull up in the driveway and you see all this dirt and this mud and so now your wife or your spouse is like, why? What happened to your tires? They're dirty. It's obviously you can see you just drove through some mud and you've accumulated this dirt, right? And so you decide to clean the tires with some water. You spray it. Maybe you got some kind of solution that make it come off easier and faster, right? And then now the tires are nice, clean, and shiny. You spray some Armor All, polish them up. Now they look nice and shiny. You can look at them and be like, okay, that shit look clean. Matter of fact, you decide to clean the whole car. You're like, man, and now you wax it. You know what I'm saying? It's glossing. That's clean. So now you know the difference between something clean and then something dirty. People act like they don't get it, but if you really simplify it and like really think about it, the difference between clean thoughts is think clean thoughts. You know what a dirty joke sounds like when you hear one. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to wonder, is this a dirty joke? Or now if you a person that just says, I don't give a fuck, you already know in your mind, you're because the judge exists within our minds. Believe it or not, Yahweh is within us. So he's already he's already judging you. Every time you sin, every time you say the wrong thing, and whenever you reply, I don't give a fuck, that's who you're talking to. You're talking to Yahweh. You're saying, I don't give a fuck. But that's between you and Yahweh. The Yahweh within you. The God within. That you have to obey. You have to obey. I mean, I ain't gonna say you have to, but you should. You must. one way or the other, this God will wield you, or you would just lose the gift that was you were blessed with, right? You have to understand that there's a balance between what we do and what we think, and our thoughts just have to be clean. You know, they must be clean. They should be clean. Um, what do I mean by clean? Once again, what's a filthy thought? Something filthy. Something that if someone else was to know about this thought, how would they feel about it? Would they, the fuck is wrong with you? Type of reaction, or it's like, man, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, on on a general basis. And I'm not talking about someone that's got that has no problem with doing filthy things, right? But a filthy thought is just something that you know in your heart is wrong, and you feel like you have to, in order to do it, you feel like you have to defend yourself. You feel like you have to reply and say something when when you doing the right thing, there is no question. You know you're doing the right thing. As a matter of fact, you're feel good about it. You don't care if anybody knows about it. If somebody has something bad to say about you doing the right thing, it's just like, okay. At least what the first thing that comes to your mind when you're doing the right thing is, at least I know I'm doing the right thing. When you're doing the right thing, you know you're doing the right thing. When you're doing something that you ain't got no business doing, you always come into defense. You know, you never say, well, at least I know I'm doing the right thing. No, you say, well, I do what I want to do. That's usually what you say when you're doing what you ain't got no business doing. That's all you really can say, because you know the Yahweh within you says you can't do this. No, don't do it. And what do you say? You say, no, I do what I want to do anyway. And so that's what you have to deal with. You have to deal with that battle within you. And you project that. People like that tend to want to project it on someone else, and say, well, these people judging me. No, no. Yahweh is judging you. Is the only one who can judge you is the God within you, because that's the only one who knows you. The God within me don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But the God within you knows you. You understand? Like, seriously. Because you have the ability to do what you want to do. But because you have that ability doesn't mean you should just do what you want to do, or is the best thing for you. You get what I'm saying? You see how I'm avoiding the word good or bad for you. Good, the best thing for you, because I find that I've done things, and then I sit back and I say, you know, even though I made a lot of poor choices in my life, I feel like I'm glad I learned from them. And if it wasn't for those poor choices, I wouldn't have never had the opportunity to experience those feelings that come along with making poor choices, which is good and bad. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, you make poor choice for a reason, because you know something about that poor choice that you value. Maybe Maybe it was maybe it was a job, or what I'm trying to say. Maybe it was a trick. Like I said, we're in a matrix, a world full of tricks, man. That's made for your ass, and and we fall for them every day, all the time. But you say, well, that experience, you remember, and you were like, okay, well, was it worth it? Apparently, of course, it was. Whether it, whether you feel like it was, or maybe not later on. You, of course, later on you be like, nah, it wasn't worth it. But at that moment, it was. You get what I'm saying? The moment you decided to make that decision, it was worth it. And the experience that you know, sometimes people have to learn harder than others. Thank God I didn't. Um, I learned the hard way, but not the all the way hard way. What I mean is, for instance, it was when I moved to New York. It was a guy young cat used to like to hang out in front of the building. I used to tell him like, man, I don't think you should. I could tell he wasn't from New York, and I told him, I was like, I don't think it's smart for you to hang around here, especially if you're gonna be doing stuff in the street. I say it's smarter to do that where you don't live at. If you're gonna be in the street, do it like somewhere else, so that when you come home, you ain't gotta worry. You can go to the store and not worry about it, and having be. It's just, don't do stuff where you rest at and bring trouble close to your house. Cause he was telling me how he had just got locked up for selling weed or whatever. And I was like, man, I don't think you should do that around here where you live at. You should do that, somewhere. It's all kinds of places you could do it and be fine. Don't have to worry about nothing. Make your money, whatever. But around here, these dudes. And what happened was, a few weeks later, he got shot and killed by the same dudes I told him not to hang with. Like, he had to learn the hard way. And of course, he went back to Yahweh. I think that was his name. He called himself. Matter of fact, his name on Facebook was the Most High or something like that, or Almighty, something like that. And sometimes I wonder if that has something to do with it. Like, you can't sit up here and walk around like you the Most High, as if there's no one higher than you, because there's always somebody higher than you. Always is. I had a dream years ago, or vision, when, yes, I came to that realization. There is always something higher than you. It's something higher than the person that's higher than you. Like, it goes on and on and on and on and on endlessly. So be careful who you worship, and decide you gonna call God by a certain name and thinking that you worshiping the true God, and when in reality you worshiping somebody else's God that doesn't have your best interests at heart, and not even know it. And then at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, well, why didn't I ask questions? Why didn't I stop and say, should I be doing this? Why am I doing this? so forth and so forth. But hold on, I'm hungry. I gotta get something to eat. Okay, my bad. Let me go ahead and